Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Semmerauer. Let's get started with our top stories this morning, sponsored by Carnegie Heights. More people are coming forward to sue the makers of Real Water. Lawyers say that the Las Vegas company's water can be linked to at least 2 miscarriages and the death of 3 dogs. One attorney says he represents at least 30 people who got sick and plans to file more complaints this week. And today, a Clark County judge is scheduled to hear arguments on whether to send the samples of Real Water to the FDA. In other news, police say a man broke into a thrift store in the East Las Vegas Valley and started a series of fires. The Las Vegas Valley Fire Department responded Sunday evening to a fire inside of the Charleston Outlet thrift store on East Charleston Boulevard. No injuries were reported, and the suspect was arrested on suspicion of arson. At least a dozen charter schools in southern Nevada will soon offer rapid COVID-19 testing. The testing from Abbott Laboratories can detect the coronavirus in about 15 minutes. The participating schools include Amplis Academy, Democracy Prep, Mater Academy, and Pinecrest Academy Cadence. Individual schools will decide which employees or students will be tested. A North Las Vegas tech firm is suing NASA, saying the space agency needs to cough up $1 million. The Review-Journal's Jen Ah tells us why. Jen?
Well, Renee, Bigelow Aerospace is the one filing the suit against NASA in regards to its work on the B-330 space station. Bigelow alleging that NASA has been withholding payment until extra work is complete. Extra work that Bigelow claims was not included in their contract. Review-Journal's Jonathan Ng talked to the CEO, Robert Bigelow, himself.
He told me that he didn't want to bite the hand that could feed him. NASA, of course, is endeavoring into Mars missions, and Bigelow's firm could play an outsized role in that. Ultimately, he told me it was the principle of being paid for work done and agreed upon.
According to the lawsuit, Bigelow made multiple attempts demanding payment between January and February. As for NASA's side, so far its representatives have not responded to our requests for comment. Renee?
If you need a job this summer, the city of Las Vegas is beginning its hiring blitz Saturday at the Dula Community Center on Bonanza Road. Candidates applied and interviewed for over 300 positions in the city's recreation department to support summer programs and community centers and pools.
Our jobs in the city right now are so important, more so than ever before. We're here, to serve our communities, and this year our youngest constituents really need us in a big way.
A local group took to the roads to call for a stop to hate crimes against Asian Americans. About 100 cars took part in a Las Vegas Cruise for Asian Hate Awareness Sunday evening. The parade worked its way down the Strip and into Las Vegas's Chinatown. Organizers say the event was in response to a growing number of hate crimes nationwide against Asian Americans, including the March 16th shooting at 3 spas in Atlanta that left 8 people dead. Let's take a look now at our local forecast, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour is here for you. It's going to be a hot one for your Monday. We begin the work week with sunny skies and a high of near 84 degrees. Winds will pick up throughout the day. For your evening, clear skies with lows in the low 50s, winds as high as 21 miles per hour. For the rest of the week, warm weather and winds sticking around until midweek. Temperatures remaining in the upper 70s to low 80s. We could see 90s by Friday. Evening lows in the low to upper 50s. We'll be right back to 7 at 7. Just make sure you smash that subscribe button down below and don't forget to drop us a like. In your health news, some good news for TSA workers at McCarran International Airport. The agency said COVID-19 cases among its workers at the airport have plummeted. Just 9 new cases were reported between February 1st and Friday. A representative for the union that represents McCarran workers says there is concern that cases could rise again as passenger volume ramps up. However, a TSA official says it has implemented safety measures such as installing acrylic barriers and requiring workers to wear masks and gloves. In your entertainment news, sponsored by Las Vegas Motor Speedway, we're still not sure if the Electric Daisy Carnival will take place this year, but we do know when they will have a decision. Now, the founder of the Electronic Music Festival said in a post on Instagram that he has set a deadline of April 8th or sooner for when a decision will be made on holding EDC this year. He also said the goal is to still hold the festival in early May at Las Vegas Motor Speedway and that state officials are reviewing his safety plans.
Sports, sponsored by Scenic Brewing Company with a weekend sports update. I'm Leandre Fox. The Golden Knights moved back into sole possession of first place in the West Division with a 3-2 victory over the Colorado Avalanche Saturday. And Las Vegas resident Francis Ngannou knocked out Stipe Miocic in the second round of the UFC 260 main event at the Apex Saturday night to win the UFC heavyweight title.
Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The NCAA tournament is down to the Elite Eight, and 2 teams will advance to the Final Four today. Number 12 seed Oregon State is a 7.5-point underdog to number 2 Houston at William Hill Sportsbook in the first game. The Beavers are plus 290 on the money line. In the nightcap, number 1 seed Baylor is favored by 7.5 points over number 3 Arkansas. The Razorbacks escaped with a 72-70 win over 15 seed Oral Roberts on Saturday.
In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability, the city of Las Vegas is selling one of its buildings. A 9-story office building on Rancho Drive, just off US 95, is on the market. The appraisal value is just over $17 million. Eli Siegel explains.
What's interesting about it, though, is that it actually had a cameo in a Jamie Foxx movie called Sleepless. This movie came out in 2017. There's one scene in particular where there's aerial footage of this building, but the name Las Vegas Police Department is superimposed at the top of the building. Now, this building in reality is not a police building. It was home to various development services for the city of Las Vegas.
In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Get Healthy Clark County, for lots of people, Easter just isn't complete without brunch. And with the economy opening back up, many local restaurants are offering specials this holiday. For example, Bazaar Meat at the Sahara will offer dishes such as a bagel and lox cone and extra virgin olive oil pancakes. Honey Salt on Rampart Boulevard will offer pulled pork with a poached egg and carrot cake. And the menu at STK Steakhouse at the Cosmopolitan will include pork belly Benedict and king crab deviled eggs. For a full list, visit lvrj.com. Well, that's all for today's 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. Remember, the Las Vegas Review-Journal brings you 7 at 7 weekdays at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on lvrj.com. You can also download our free RJ mobile app to get news alerts sent to your phone, and you can find us on Roku, Alexa, and more. We hope you'll join us again this evening for 7 at 7 p.m. We'll see you then.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.